This is why millionaires become millionaires.
Okay.
Right? You see them in these private aeroplanes, you think they own these things. They don't own it. The businesses own them. The longer you stay in a job, the more money you lose. You rather be reasonable, get more clients, than being too expensive, got no clients.
Yeah.
If you're gonna get someone to work with you, don't pay them per hour. So basically you can live on your business, right? Yeah, because it's a separate entity. Don't allow people to play you.
Yeah.
Because you're nice.
Yeah.
Some people take advantage. When you're nice, they take advantage. So now we have opened the company, basically.
Yeah.
So now the next step is basically you're gonna get your registration certificate.
Okay.
So once you've got that, you're also gonna get letters coming from HMRC and Company House that would have your UTR number, your corporation tax number. It's like your national insurance.
Okay.
And you would also have your authentication code. This is what you could use to authenticate you online or when you're doing your tax returns. That's what your accountant would also use to be able to file your account. Okay. So now that's done.
Oh, in terms of the accounts, is the financial year set by law or not?
It's set by law.
March, is it?
It's 12 to 18 months for the first year. Okay, you can do it anytime during that period.
Okay.
Then after that, it's 12 months, every 12 months. But again, you've got another 6 months for you to be able to file it. Suppose your end of year is 31st of March, you don't have to do it the 31st of March. You could do it by December, for example, right?
Okay.
And you're still allowed to do it. So once you've got your company registration number, the next thing you want to do is to open a business account. So with that business account is where everybody pays you. Don't allow to take cash. Why you don't want to take cash is because if you take cash, you will not use it efficiently. Right? That's why most builders, to be honest, they're poor. Right? Because they like cash. And when you got the cash, you get tempted to spend it. And once you spend it, you're not making money anymore. Yeah. So you want them to pay you. Okay? So once they've paid you, you leave it in your account. For you, then you have a target. So your target, suppose they want to make £2,000 a month, you're going to start from there. Target that. 2,000 would be your salary because now it's a company, the company needs to pay you. And then you target another £500 extra. That would go towards running the business and all that stuff at the beginning. Okay.
Can I just draw you back to something you mentioned the last time we spoke in terms of online banking? What's the advantage of that?
So online banking, its advantage basically, people can you can literally do things online. People can pay on your bank. So I like the online banking because the online bankers, they don't have high street banks. If you're one of those people that like to go to the bank and speak to a person individually, maybe those banks are not for you, right? You want to go to the high street bank. They have some online banks that you don't speak to nobody. Everything's online, chatting, everything online. If you want to withdraw money, you go to the post office and withdraw money. That's the only way you could withdraw money. They are there as well. They are mainly for small businesses and stuff like that. They could be one of your people that you want to contact. And it is the same way, and it's easier to open bank account with these people than the bigger banks. Okay? But yeah, it doesn't make any difference unless if you are one of those people that like to visit. If not, then it is the same thing.
And in terms of being safe,
they're all safe. It's exactly the same thing. They are all safe and they're all regulated. And funny enough, some of them are owned by the big banks.
Oh, they?
Yeah, they're just little subsidies that people don't know, like customers don't know about. So now you've opened the business, you've started getting clients. So you were asking just now, I said the who, the what, and what was the one? You said I've said the who. Remember when you said the who? You said what was the what? Okay, so let me just think now. So basically, you were asking about how do you quantify or qualify how much you charge the client. Costings, okay. So you can charge them in different ways. So first of all, you need to distinguish a job that is for private homes, like where the people are living, versus rental properties. Now, if it's a rental property, you charge a different rate, right? The reason why you charge a different rate because you're dealing with an existing business. It's like business to business. So you want to be a bit reasonable there, right? And the quality of work also is a bit different, right? You don't have to go like do everything absolutely amazing, immaculate stuff. It's a rental property, it's a business.
Right.
So you will then repair it to that. But what you want to be doing at that point is to make sure whatever you do it right. So nobody will call you back to say, Zulu, you haven't done the job properly, come and redo it again.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Yeah.
So what you want basically, do it reasonably nice so that they cannot call you back.
Right.
That's one way. You charge slightly lower because they tend to repeat business. Okay.
Yeah.
The second one is the private people, like homeowners, people that are living in their houses. So for them, because they are particular of what they want to put in their houses, you want to charge them slightly higher because obviously it's a home. You have to pay attention to what you're doing a lot more than a rental property.
Yeah.
Right. So these are the two type of people.
Okay.
Okay. So you may be thinking now, how do you charge per hour? But what you want to do first is to know what your hourly rate is. How much do you worth an hour?
Right.
Okay. So once you quantify how much you work in an hour, how much you worth in an hour, then you look at a job and you then estimate how long it will take you to do it. So suppose it takes you an hour to do it, estimate it to be an hour 30 minutes when you're pricing.
Right.
Okay. So then what would then happen at that point? You will then say, okay, this I can do it for an hour, but you factor in 1 hour 30 minutes just in case there's a delay. Okay. And when you do repairs, time is in the essence. You want to be going quickly, whilst not losing your quality. You don't want to be losing that quality, right? But quantify it that way so that you know then how many hours that you're doing it for. So making sure that you do not undercut yourself by estimating less hours, only to realize it's taking you more time. So at that time you're losing. The longer you stay in a job, the more money you lose.
Yeah.
So the quicker is a very, very important. So
and then in terms of materials.
Okay. Now, good question. Materials. If I were cut labor only.
Okay.
In an instance where they want you to buy materials, you can get them the materials, no problem. But what you could do is to put a markup on it, right? Suppose the material costs £10. You can put 5% on top of it, 10%, 2%. Okay, suppose then it's 5%, then you could say it is how much? How much is 10% of 5%? £10 of 5%. It's about
50p.
50p, right?
Yeah.
You can say £10, 50 pence.
Okay.
Because that is your time. Because you do not go to work anymore. You go and pick the materials first before you go to work.
Yeah.
So that is the time. It compensates you with that time. You can put 10%, 15%, whatever your markup is. And then that's what you could use. Right? This is where knowing the prices is also good.
Good as well.
You don't have to know them all in detail, but you can know vaguely how much they cost. Or you can say, okay, now don't worry about the price. I'll go and check how much it costs and then I'll tell you how much it costs.
Okay.
And most people are happy to do the markup because they know they don't have the time to go and buy and bring it. You can do that for them. Okay? Very important. That's another way you can make additional income. And you talked about how do you price the job, right? So how do you price the job? You price the job by estimating how long it will take you. For example, in the north of England and maybe South Wales, painting a room will cost you about £60 to £100. Okay, that's how much it costs you to paint a bedroom. Right? So what you don't want to do then, you can say, okay, now I can charge, because you're just starting, you don't want to go too expensive, right? You rather be reasonable, get more client than being too expensive, got no client. Right? So that's what you want to be thinking about. So you go somewhere in the middle. Now I've given you the range. In Cardiff, that's what it is. Okay, but if it is freshly painted, you charge extra because you're painting the wall 3 or 4 times, right? If it's freshly plastered, rather, because that means you have to do 3 or 4 coats. Then it's more money, right? So you charge a little bit extra. Okay, that's what you need to be wary about. So once you start having these clients, right? You are reasonable. Suppose then you want to do a whole house. How do you price it? You price it per bedroom, per room. You go to this room, you look how big the room is, you price. If it's a small room, obviously it's your lowest price. Remember, it's 60 to 100, right? Then you can say 60. The big room, you cut it somewhere. The biggest room, you increase it, right? And what you also want to be thinking about is the corners of the room. The more corners the room has, the more difficult it is to paint, right? And again, you compensate your time that way. Okay, but don't implement this to me.
No,
right?
That's fine.
Don't implement it to me, okay? I'm just showing it here, right? So basically, that's how you could do it.
And then I know some people separate painting walls to painting wood.
Correct. You got it right. So now, what you're gonna do? Now, let's talk about the rooms first. Okay. The rooms, you can charge that. You come to the common area. Supposedly this is the entrance. You charge another price. The kitchen, another price. The hallway, you have a price. The sitting room, you have a price. You give them all different prices, and you add them all up. You don't have to give them the code straight away. Don't allow the pressure. You can either go back to your car or your bicycle, do it all in your head, or you'll be having your notepad writing it down, right? And you're gonna add it, and you can factor in all the woodwork on top of that. You can say this room, and the woodwork is this price, right? And then you add all up, becomes one price, right? So once it becomes one price, say, look, this is what I'm gonna do it for. If you want £1,000, you start from 1,200. You negotiate yourself all the way to 1,000 or to 950. But what you need to be wary about is that you have to be efficient, right? You have to be efficient. When they offer help in the house, for example, to move furniture, literally get them to help you. Because if you do it alone, it takes you 10 minutes. If they help you, it takes you 2 minutes. So you save 8 minutes. So that's what you need to be wary about as well. Wherever you can get a little help, use it, because it speeds up the process. And I know you also do furnitures, right? You build furnitures. So the bigger the furniture, the more money you charge. Now, I'll give you a price. So a chest of drawer, people pay anywhere between 25 to about £60.
A chest of drawers, that's with them 6 drawer?
6 drawer, 4, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
The more complicated, the more price.
The more price,
right? So you can charge that as well when you're doing it. So wardrobe, big ones, you charge based on that, because you can quantify your. Now you know your time is £30 an hour. So you can say, okay, this wardrobe I can do it for 3 hours, so £150. Or say £90, for example. If that's your hourly rate, whatever your hourly rate is, times it by the number of hours you're gonna do the job. Is that making sense?
It is making sense.
So now, once you've done that, you're gonna start having clients. When you start having clients, do not leave me. Okay, you're gonna stay with me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you now. You are my
loyal.
Witness. You are my witness. Right? So once you start having client, then you're gonna start finding someone to work with. So that person now would be your buddy, your assistant. You know, suppose you're painting, get them to come and do the masking tape for you, tidy, do stuff, put the mask around the socket and all that sort of thing. Okay, so that way then, when you come to blast, you're just gonna blast it, and you don't want to have these baby rollers. You're gonna have these gigantic ones. So when you push it, literally, it goes literally like that big. So you do your job quicker as well. And then once you got that person, you're gonna be training them, and then you get the next person. Once you got 2 people, then you will slowly stop doing the work yourself. So now you become the manager, where you go get the jobs, get them to do the job. But what would happen at that point? Your price will increase slightly, because now you want to make a margin, because you got your boys that you're paying maybe £15 an hour, or maybe whatever amount you're paying them an hour, right? Because then you need to make your margin, aren't you? So you need to increase that slightly. But here's the thing: if you're gonna get someone to work with you, don't pay them per hour. This is a very good thing you need to learn. I learned this the hard way. If you pay them per hour, guess what? They won't work. Right?
They won't work.
They won't work. Because whether they work, they don't work, you pay them an hour, right?
Wow.
So you don't do that. So what you want to do, you do exactly what you did with the landlord. You pay them per project.
Okay.
So I've got this project. Suppose I'm paying you £1,000. You can say out of that £1,000, £300 is for my boys.
That's it. Okay.
So when we complete the job, you get £300. Guess what? Your job will go quicker. But if they know they're getting paid an hourly rate, they will be dragging on and on and on, because they're sucking in. Because they'll be sucking in your profit at that point. But if it's a project by project basis, guess what? You'll all be working hard to get that job done. That's what you do. I've seen builders lose so much money, and I've lost money that way as well when I started my investment. This guy came round, no, I'm not going to charge you hourly. I'm not going to charge you for the project. I'll charge you hourly rate. This guy would have more than 10, 15 fags. I will be shrinking inside there, man. He's got breaks. Every 4 hours he's got a break.
Wow.
I said, fine, no problem. It was paining me inside. You know, like when it's paining you, right? And then when he's done the first part of the job, I said, look, bro, I'm not doing any hourly rate with you. Yeah. It was a plastering job, yeah, skimming. I said, look, if you can take the whole project, let's agree on price. If you do it 3 days, 2 days, 1 week, I don't care. Just agree a price with me. We agreed on price. You finish your job in 5 days. In 5 days, it's done.
And gone.
It's gone and gone. Because it's win-win, isn't it?
It is win-win, yeah.
It is a win-win. Because you're thinking, oh, I'm making money,
Yeah.
dragging your job.
Yeah.
You're losing money.
You are.
Because you could have finished that job quickly, go to another job.
Absolutely.
Go to another job, you make more money.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you think you're smart, but you're doing something stupid.
Yeah.
So bear that in mind. Don't pay them hourly. This is the project.
Yeah.
Let's do it. This is your share.
That's it. And
When we done the job, I pay you.
yeah.
Right? That's how you want to do it. Suppose now you got a bigger project. Okay? Sometimes when you get a bigger project, you have to play smart. Because you want to be paying your boys, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what you want to do, you need to get paid in phases. I'll do this job, you pay me this. I do this job, you pay me this. I do this job, you pay me this. You and the landlord or you and the homeowner. So then you also, now you work out the percentage your builder is getting, you pay them on that basis. Right? So you're not getting cut off at that point. So that's how you can do your business. Believe me, if you follow that strategy, it would grow. As long as you're putting the money in your account.
Yeah.
Right? You've got an objective, a mission, and a vision. You can absolutely grow it. It will become a snowball effect. Because you're a genuinely nice person. You are genuinely open as well. People can relate to you nicely in a way that it builds a relationship. And you've got the base already. Anyways, people know you. The only thing now, you're going to slightly change the relationship because now it's business. Right? It's not like in a harsh way, but in the, oh, Zulu, come do this, they don't know. Expecting to pay you whatever they can. It's no more. So look, now I've got a family to look after. I'm not working anybody. This is my bread and butter.
Yeah.
Right? And don't work your socks off. Right? If you have to work until 9, 10, get the job done.
Yep.
You move on to the next one. So, yeah. Anything else?
Taxes, accountants,
Okay.
lawyers.
You don't need lawyers
Yeah.
at the moment, right? But what you would need is an accountant, right? And I will refer you to an accountant, right? So what you want basically, because the accountant will be creating your pay slip,
Right.
yeah? So he will be doing a pay slip and he's going to be doing your tax return. So how the accountants work, they will tell you how much you will pay a year, you pay on a monthly basis. So end of the year, you don't pay anything. They just do what they're supposed to do with their pay slips, okay? And when they start, you don't want to go for the big accountants. You want to go to the small ones.
Absolutely.
Because they are cheaper, right? And then they will do all that for you. What you then do, you're going to set up a direct debit from your business account to your personal account to pay you your salary.
Yep.
So every month, your accountant will be sending you your pay slips, and then every month your money is going to account for your living expenses. So that's how you could do it. If I were you, you look at your expenses, right? Equate your salary to your expenses after you've done what you tell me that you want to do, right? Yeah. That's what you could do.
Yeah,
because looking at yourself, 90% of your life is around work, right? And then you can deduct all that as an expense.
Say that again.
Because 90% of your lifestyle is work.
Yeah.
Since I know you basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do you know then you can deduct cost of all the stuff you've done along that way from the business? For example, coming here.
Yep.
You can equate that as a cost.
Yep. Okay.
Whether you walk or you drive, whatever way, you're gonna equate that to a cost.
Yep.
You can deduct it from the business. This meeting, you can put a cost against it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
If you got someone mentoring you, for example, if I mentor you, if I charge you anything, you can put cost against it.
As well.
Even if you buy water for your work, you can put it's a cost.
It's a cost as well.
So basically, you can live on your business, right? Yeah, because it's a separate entity. Because most of your life is work.
Yeah.
The only thing you do when you go home is to sleep.
That's it.
Right? Your food, your lunch, anything you can do, as long as
Phone,
you can,
you name it.
even the phone, as long as as long as you can justify this for the business,
That's it.
it's free to you. It costs the business. This is why millionaires become millionaires.
Okay.
Right? You see them in these private aeroplanes. You think they own these things. They don't own it. The businesses own them because the business pays for it. It costs them nothing.
Yeah.
Right? That's where you're gonna be getting it. So that's why I like when you have your company, because when you come, you can put the cost through the company, and then you look at your basic living standard, whatever expenses, get your company to pay you that money after you've done what you and I talk about. Yeah, that's what you could do, and then slowly you can grow. It's not an easy thing, but I believe you can do it. The only thing I'm gonna emphasize: don't allow people to play you, because you're nice.
Yeah.
Some people take advantage when you're nice. They take advantage. Your price is your price. Obviously, negotiate.
Yeah.
Right, but don't be that easy person anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zulu, come and do this job. How much you wanna get paid? I don't know. Give me anything. That's finished.
That's fine.
Right? Because some people take advantage. This is my price. I've just given you the guide. If it's painted, furniture I've given you, and any other little stuff. For example, fixing a sink, it's leaking, 20-30 pounds. Fixing a door, 10-15 pounds. No, because it's quick. The quicker the job, the quicker you do it quickly.
In and out fast.
Yeah, and make sure you do your bicycle very, very nice.
Yeah.
So that you can cycle everywhere. Got a little bag. You cycle everywhere. Because imagine you do 2, 3, 4 doors a day.
A day.
Lots of money.
Absolutely.
Right. So these are the things you want to be doing. Okay. And then keep your receipts.
Yeah.
No matter what it takes, keep your receipts. You're very good at keeping receipts. Have a file in your home. Whatever invoice you have, you keep it. Whatever invoice you can, because you can claim all those as the expenses, isn't it? Just HMRC said, I want to see your receipts. You've got it. Fine. Okay. And yeah, so that's how you can do it.
I had a question and it's been blown away by the wind.
Okay.
What was it in relation with? It wasn't the taxes.
Yeah, you see all the outfits also you buy for work.
Yeah.
Even if you've already bought them, you can still backdate them.
Okay.
You can still backdate them, and then you can then claim it against the business.
Okay.
Your objective now is to get as many clients as you can possibly get to get your business going.
I saw this app in Cardiff, Handyman, where you put in your information and then they send you leads.
Yeah, that's good. Do you have enough clients right now, or you don't?
I don't.
Okay, if you don't, there's a platform called Gum3.
Right.
Put yourself up there.
On Gum3.
If you need help, let me know. I'll help you with that.
Okay.
And Handyman is good. And there's another website as well. I can't remember the name. When I remember it, I will let you know. We can put you on all those platforms. Yeah. As long as you know, when you got a job for me, you'll put everyone aside to come and do it. I will help you do all that. You can come, we can sit with me, can do all the website stuff for you for completely free. I won't charge you anything. So then all you do is to check your phone every morning who's booked you in. And that's it. And then we can do it. No. Yeah? Done?
Thank you very much for that. Wonderful.
That's how you set up a maintenance and a renovation company. I hope this video has been helpful. It's been helpful. Smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing next video.